Level up in life. In a world filled with constant distractions and challenges, it's easy to let negative energy seep into our lives. Whether it's toxic relationships, bad habits, or even our own internal doubts, these forces can drain us of our peace and focus. But the Stoics remind us that we have the power to control what we allow into our minds and lives. By being intentional about cutting out negative energy, we create space for growth, resilience, and a sense of inner calm. Today, let's explore how you can reclaim your energy and start shaping a more positive, fulfilling life. Lesson 1. Embracing the Stoic mindset. Life is full of challenges, and at times it feels like everything is spinning out of control. But what if I told you there's a way to remain calm, strong, and unshakable, no matter what life throws at you? That's where the power of Stoicism comes in. For centuries, ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus mastered the art of inner peace, and their teachings are just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. The wisdom they shared is timeless and applicable to our fast-paced modern world. In a world that constantly tests your limits, Stoicism offers you the tools to rise above the chaos and live a life grounded in purpose, clarity, and resilience. Whether it's handling stress, managing relationships, or finding your true path, the Stoic mindset transforms the way you approach every challenge. Instead of being overwhelmed, you start seeing difficulties as opportunities for growth. If you've ever felt stuck or emotionally drained, Stoicism invites you to take control of your reactions and emotions. Today, I'll be sharing practical Stoic strategies to help you level up your life, one step at a time, with real-world applications that can make a lasting impact. Lesson 2. Prioritizing yourself. Before we get started, if you find value in what we're doing here, I'd appreciate a simple favor. Just hit that subscribe button. Every strategy I'll share builds upon the last, so don't skip any part of the video. Now I know what you might be thinking. Life is busy. You've got responsibilities, people to take care of, and work piling up. It's easy to feel like there's no time left for yourself. But here's a simple truth. If you don't make yourself a priority, no one else will. You've probably heard the phrase, "You can't pour from an empty cup," right? It may sound like a cliche, but it's an essential principle to live by. If you're constantly putting yourself last, eventually, you'll run out of the energy, focus, and motivation you need to support others. Making yourself a priority isn't about being selfish. It's about ensuring that you're in the best possible shape physically, mentally, and emotionally. This is the foundation that allows you to show up fully for the people and things that matter most in your life. To start, take small steps, like dedicating a few minutes each morning, just for yourself. It doesn't matter what you do, whether it's meditating, writing down your goals, or simply taking a few deep breaths and setting an intention for the day. This time is sacred because it's your moment to center yourself and recharge. Lesson 3. Building resilience through self-affirmation. A powerful tool to build resilience is through self-affirmations. Yes, I know it can feel awkward at first, standing in front of a mirror and telling yourself, "I am worthy," or "I rise above challenges." But trust me, over time, your mind starts to believe what you repeatedly tell it. This practice isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about rewiring your brain for long-term resilience and confidence. By consistently speaking positive truths into your life, you begin to shift your mindset. Your brain becomes conditioned to look for solutions instead of problems, to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but the effort is worth it. It's about training your mind to stay strong, even when life feels uncertain. Another important aspect of prioritizing yourself is learning to set boundaries. We all have people or situations in our lives that drain our energy. Often, these are the things that pull us away from our goals and peace of mind. Learning to say no to what doesn't serve you is a game changer. It's not about shutting people out, but about creating the space you need to focus on what truly matters. Lesson 4. Setting boundaries and owning your story. You're not a backup character in your own story, so why live like one? When you prioritize yourself, you create the foundation for everything else in your life to thrive. This allows you to show up for others from a place of strength rather than exhaustion. You can give more because you have more to give, and that creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. And here's something powerful. The better you take care of yourself, the more you can give back to the people around you. It's a win-win. By focusing on your own needs, you're not being selfish. You're being responsible for your well-being. Today, I encourage you to start asking yourself some important questions. How can I make my needs a priority? What small steps can I take today to ensure I'm not running on empty? The answers to these questions will set you on the path to creating a more balanced and fulfilling life. And remember, setting boundaries is a key component of this. We often think of boundaries as walls, but they're actually bridges to a healthier, more sustainable way of living. Boundaries free up space in your life for what energizes you, for the people and things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Lesson 5. Confidence through personal appearance. Now, before you think this is all about vanity, stick with me. There's much more depth here than you might realize. Enhancing your appearance is not about conforming to society's beauty standards or obsessing over every little detail. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself and aligning how you feel on the inside with how you present yourself to the world. When you feel good about how you look, it has a direct impact on your confidence. When you're confident, you walk a little taller, speak with more assurance, and tackle challenges with more strength. Confidence isn't just an internal quality. It's something that radiates outward. Think about the last time you felt good about how you looked. Didn't it affect how you carried yourself? How you interacted with others? It's not just about looking sharp, it's about feeling sharp. But here's the key. This isn't about striving for perfection. It's about being authentic to who you are. Find a style that feels like you, whether that's a sleek suit, a casual vibe, or something completely unique. The point is to wear what makes you feel both comfortable and confident. Your personal style is an extension of who you are, and when your outer appearance aligns with how you feel inside, everything clicks. Lesson 6. The power of authenticity and self-respect. Let's not forget the importance of simple self-care habits, regular grooming, keeping your clothes neat, and standing up straight. These small details send a message not only to the world but also to yourself. You respect who you are. This isn't about spending a lot of money or keeping up with trends. It's about self-respect and the way you present yourself. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and your appearance is one of those things. When you take care of yourself on the outside, it often reflects how you feel on the inside. And remember, this isn't about trying to impress others. It's about how you show up for yourself. When you dress in a way that feels true to who you are, you reinforce your sense of self-worth. You're sending a message to yourself and the world that says, I'm here and I'm ready. So, take a moment to think. How can you enhance your appearance in a way that feels right for you? Maybe it's trying a new hairstyle, or perhaps it's simply paying more attention to how you carry yourself. Whatever it is, make sure it's a reflection of the confidence and self-respect you're building from within. Lesson 7. The power of a smile. Even when you're not feeling particularly happy, your brain can still release feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. It's like a little mood boost you can trigger at any time. And the best part? It works even if you have to fake it at first. Smiling, even when forced, can lead to genuine shifts in how you feel. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should walk around grinning like everything's perfect when it's not. Stoicism teaches us that life is not about ignoring challenges, but about controlling our responses to them. A smile in a difficult situation doesn't mean you're pretending everything is fine. It means you're choosing your attitude in the face of adversity, actively deciding to bring a bit of positivity into your day, no matter what's going on around you. That little smile can help shift your mindset and keep you calm and focused when things get rough. And here's where it gets even better. Your smile has a ripple effect. When you smile at someone, they're likely to smile back, even if they don't realize it. Smiles are contagious, and that simple act can brighten someone else's day. just like a stranger's smile might lift your spirits. You have the same power to spread positivity, whether it's at work, with friends, or even during a stressful situation. And guess what? Smiling even changes the way you sound. Try it the next time you're on the phone. People can actually hear the difference in your voice when you're smiling. So how do you make this a habit? Start your day with a smile, even before you get out of bed. Smile in the mirror while getting ready, and try to find moments throughout the day to smile, even if it's just at yourself. Over time, this practice becomes natural. Lesson 8. Using smiles as a Stoic tool. Remember, smiling isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about tackling them with strength and positivity, in the way Stoicism teaches us. A smile is one of the simplest, most effective tools you have to shift your mindset and approach difficulties with resilience. Use it. Trust me, it can make a bigger difference than you might think. Smiling through challenges is a Stoic way of controlling your response, helping you stay calm and centered even when everything around you feels out of control. It's a way to choose optimism and positivity, no matter the circumstances, reinforcing the Stoic belief that while we can't control external events, we can control how we react to them. Lesson 9. Dealing with negative people and energy drainers. The reality is, there are always going to be people in your life who drain your energy or don't have your best interests at heart. It could be a coworker, a distant friend, or even a family member. But here's the key. Just because someone is difficult or negative doesn't mean you have to be. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm and centered no matter how others behave. A big part of this is knowing when to step back and protect your peace. Being kind doesn't mean letting people walk all over you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Kindness is about respecting both others and yourself. You can be kind and still say no when someone is asking too much of you. You can wish someone well while keeping them at arm's length if they're constantly negative or draining your energy. It's a delicate balance, staying true to your values while protecting your own well-being. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your time or emotions, especially if it's costing you your peace. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you're being harsh or unkind. It just means you're choosing to spend your energy wisely. Stoicism teaches us that we can only control ourselves, not others. Sometimes the best way to stay in control is by limiting your exposure to people who bring negativity into your life. Lesson 10. Setting boundaries with grace. The beautiful thing about setting boundaries while maintaining kindness is that it helps you avoid unnecessary conflict. You're not lashing out or being defensive. You're calmly and respectfully protecting your own space. When you do that, you not only protect your energy, but you also set an example for others. People will begin to understand that your kindness doesn't mean you'll always say yes or tolerate negativity. The next time you feel drained by someone's presence or overwhelmed by their demands, remind yourself that it's okay to limit contact. Stay kind, but keep your distance when necessary. Stoicism isn't about cutting people off. It's about managing your relationships in a way that brings out the best in both you and the people around you. Boundaries are an act of self-care, and when you take care of yourself, you're in a better position to show genuine kindness to others. By setting healthy boundaries, you're not only protecting your mental and emotional well-being, but also preserving your energy for what truly matters. This practice aligns perfectly with Stoic teachings because it helps you focus on what you can control: your time, your energy, and your responses to others. Lesson 11. Staying calm in the midst of chaos. We've all been there. Deadlines are looming, your phone won't stop buzzing, and it feels like everything is piling up at once. It's easy to let stress take over, but here's the thing. Staying calm in the middle of chaos is your superpower. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control external events, we have complete control over how we respond to them. Stressful situations are going to happen. Life is full of them. But how you react to these moments, that's entirely within your hands. When you stay calm, you keep your mind clear and your emotions in check, and that's when you make your best decisions. Think about it. When you're panicking or feeling overwhelmed, it's hard to think straight. Your emotions cloud your judgment, and you might react impulsively. But when you take a deep breath, slow things down, and focus on what you can control, you approach challenges with a clear head and a steady heart. Staying calm allows you to assess the situation rationally and make decisions that align with your goals and values, rather than being driven by fear or frustration. Lesson 12. Practicing calmness as a Stoic. When you practice staying calm in stressful situations, you're embodying the very essence of Stoicism. The Stoics believed that while we can't change external circumstances, we can always change how we think about and react to them. This inner calm is a form of strength, allowing you to navigate life's storms with grace and resilience. Lesson 13. Finding calm through breath. Sometimes, stress can feel overwhelming, and that's where one of the simplest yet most effective Stoic practices comes into play: breath control. When you start to feel stress creeping in, take a deep breath in for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, and then exhale for 4 counts. This breathing exercise may sound simple, but it can have an immediate calming effect on your mind and body. By focusing on your breath, you tap into a natural, physiological way to regain control over your nerves. This practice grounds you, helping you maintain focus even when everything around you feels chaotic. Another powerful Stoic technique is reframing the situation. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Most of the time, the answer is no. By putting the current stress in a broader perspective, you reduce its hold over you. Yes, it may be stressful right now, but if it won't have a long-term impact, is it really worth getting worked up about? When you zoom out like this, you can prioritize what truly matters and let go of what doesn't. Lesson 14. Controlling what you can. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is focusing on what's within your control. In any stressful situation, there's always a part of it that you can influence: your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. You might not be able to control if a project deadline gets moved up, but you can control how you manage your time leading up to it. Similarly, you can't control if someone else is being difficult, but you can control your response to them. By channeling your energy into the things you can influence, you stop wasting it on aspects of the situation that are outside your control. Remaining calm doesn't mean you're ignoring stress or pretending everything is fine. It means you're choosing to face the stress with a clear and focused mind. It's about being steady when things around you are unstable. And here's the thing: people notice when you stay calm under pressure. They'll trust you more, be drawn to your calm energy, and look to you for guidance. So the next time life throws you into a stressful situation, pause, breathe, and focus on what's within your power. Not only will you handle the situation better, but you'll also feel more in control of your mind and emotions, just like the Stoics taught. Lesson 15. Setting your own course. In a world that constantly tells you what to do, who to be, and how to live, setting your own course is an act of rebellion. It's about taking control of your life and steering it in the direction that feels right for you, not where others are pushing you. But setting your course isn't just about chasing your dreams or doing whatever feels good at the moment. It's about aligning your life with your values, those things that matter to you on a deeper level. So the first step is to get clear on what your core values are. What really matters to you? Is it freedom, creativity, family, growth? Whatever it is, those values become your compass. They guide your decisions and keep you grounded when things get tough. If you're unsure of your values, think about the moments when you felt most fulfilled or proud of yourself. Chances are, those experiences were aligned with your core values. Once you know what truly drives you, it's easier to stay on course because you're no longer swayed by distractions or other people's expectations. Lesson 16. Setting goals that align with your values. Next, set goals that are true to you. Not goals that look good on paper or goals that others think you should have, but authentic, meaningful goals that get you excited and align with your values. Success looks different for everyone, and it's easy to get caught up chasing someone else's version of it. But Stoicism teaches us to live according to our own principles, not society's expectations. So ask yourself, what does success look like for me? What do I want my life to look like 5 or 10 years from now? Setting your course isn't always comfortable. It often means stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing the unknown. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, and that can feel uncomfortable at times. But here's where Stoicism comes in. The Stoics remind us that discomfort is where real growth happens. The obstacles you face aren't roadblocks. They're opportunities to become better, stronger, and more resilient. So, when charting your own course, be prepared to embrace discomfort along the way. It's all part of the process. Lesson 17. Embracing flexibility in your journey. And don't forget, this is a journey, not a race. Setting your course doesn't mean you have to figure everything out right now or have every step planned perfectly. Life changes, and so will your path. The important thing is to keep moving forward. Stay curious, be willing to adapt when necessary, and keep learning and growing. Your course may shift as you discover more about yourself and the world around you, and that's perfectly okay. Trust your gut. While it's great to get advice from others, no one knows you better than you do. Your intuition is often a reflection of your values, experiences, and goals, so learn to trust it. The Stoics believed that wisdom comes from within, and that's something you should carry with you as you navigate your path. You have the ability to steer your own life, and when you stay true to who you are, you'll find that the path you create leads to the most fulfillment. Lesson 18. Making your stand. In today's world, standing firm in who you are and what you believe in takes courage. Everywhere you turn, someone is telling you how to think, what to care about, and how to live your life. But Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from within, and making your stand is about holding on to your values, even when it feels like the world is pulling you in another direction. Making your stand starts with knowing your values inside and out. What matters most to you? What are your non-negotiables? It could be honesty, loyalty, personal growth, or anything else that feels core to who you are. Once you're crystal clear on your values, it becomes easier to make decisions and take actions that align with them. You're grounded in something deeper than just what's happening in the moment. Lesson 19. Standing firm without conflict. Here's the thing. Making your stand isn't always about shouting your beliefs from the rooftops or getting into debates with people who disagree. Sometimes it's as simple as living in a way that reflects your values. Your actions speak louder than words. If honesty is one of your values, live that out in your daily life. If kindness is a priority for you, show it through your actions, even when it's hard. People notice when someone walks their talk, and that kind of integrity can be more powerful than any argument or speech. At times, standing firm in your beliefs means standing alone, and that can be tough. We all want to feel accepted, and it's easy to go along with the crowd to avoid conflict. But Stoicism teaches us that it's better to be true to yourself and your values than to fit in at the cost of your integrity. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." It's a reminder that growth and strength often come from moments when you're willing to stand out, even if it makes you unpopular or misunderstood. Lesson 20. Picking your battles wisely. You don't have to fight every battle. Part of making your stand is knowing when to speak up and when to let things go. Not every situation requires you to dig in your heels. Pick your battles wisely and focus on the ones that truly matter to you. It's okay to let small things slide if they don't compromise your core values. The Stoics remind us to conserve our energy for the things that really count, and that's a skill worth mastering. Lesson 21. Making your stand. To make your stand, you must begin by getting clear on what you truly believe in. Once you've identified your core values, start making small, consistent choices that reflect those beliefs. Over time, these actions will create an unshakable alignment between your values and your behavior. This kind of integrity is magnetic. People will respect you not just for what you believe, but for how you live out those beliefs every day. More importantly, you'll respect yourself more. So plant your feet firmly, know what you stand for, and don't be afraid to live it, even if that means standing alone sometimes. Standing firm in your principles takes courage, but it's also one of the most empowering things you can do. Lesson 22. The power of humor and wit. This might seem surprising in a conversation about Stoicism, but humor and wit are incredibly powerful tools, especially when life gets tough. The Stoics, often seen as serious and reserved, understood the importance of maintaining a light touch. Life can be heavy, no doubt, but nurturing your sense of humor helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. It's not about being a comedian, it's about cultivating a perspective that allows you to see the lighter side of things, even when everything feels overwhelming. One of the best ways to nurture your wit is by learning to laugh at yourself. We all take ourselves too seriously sometimes, but being able to poke fun at your quirks or mistakes shows confidence. It disarms others, puts them at ease, and keeps your ego in check. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." When you can find humor in your imperfections, life doesn't feel so heavy. Humor also keeps things in perspective. Training yourself to notice the absurdities of daily life can help you shrug off the small stuff. Missed your morning coffee and feel grumpy? Instead of spiraling into frustration, find the humor in how silly it is to let something so minor affect your mood. Humor doesn't make the problem go away, but it lightens your mental load, making challenges feel more manageable. Lesson 23. The importance of respect. Respect is often overlooked in today's fast-paced, self-centered world, but Stoicism places immense value on treating others with dignity and respect, regardless of their status or opinions. Respecting others doesn't mean you have to agree with them, or even like them. It's about acknowledging their right to their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. When you show respect to others, it elevates both them and yourself. It's a reflection of your character, not theirs. One of the easiest ways to show respect is by listening. In a world where everyone is talking, it's rare to find someone who genuinely listens. But when you do, it makes a significant impact. People feel valued when you take the time to hear them out. Respect also means learning to disagree without being disagreeable. You can stand firm in your beliefs without being rude or dismissive. When you handle disagreements with calmness and reason, it diffuses tension and leads to more productive conversations. Lesson 24. Respect in small acts. Respect isn't just about grand gestures, it shows up in the little things too. Being on time, acknowledging someone's effort, or simply saying thank you are small acts that show you value the other person. These might seem insignificant, but they add up and strengthen relationships. However, respect is a two-way street. When you treat others with respect, you create an environment where they're more likely to return that respect. It's a powerful way to build stronger, healthier relationships in both your personal and professional life. Respect also involves self-respect. It's important to stand up for yourself, set boundaries, and walk away from toxic situations when necessary. The Stoics believed in balance, and that includes balancing respect for others with self-respect. You can be kind and respectful without being a pushover. Lesson 25. Living respectfully every day. As you go through your day, look for opportunities to show respect in both big and small ways. Whether it's listening more attentively, showing up on time, or being polite in a difficult conversation. These acts of respect not only improve your relationships, but also make you a stronger, more grounded person. Stoicism teaches us that we're all part of a larger community, and treating others with respect while maintaining our own integrity strengthens that connection. By embodying respect in all areas of your life, you not only live a more stoic life, but also foster an environment where others feel valued and seen. Lesson 26. Respect and building stronger communities. Respect is not only about individuals, it extends to the community at large. When we respect one another, we strengthen the bonds that keep us connected. This mutual respect fosters a sense of belonging and support, creating a ripple effect that benefits everyone. In the end, being respectful of others isn't just about them. It's about becoming a better, more thoughtful version of yourself. Lesson 27. The power of setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is all about knowing where your limits are and ensuring others understand them too. It's easy to get caught up in trying to please everyone or overextend yourself, but without clear boundaries, you'll eventually burn out. Stoicism teaches us the importance of protecting our inner peace and focusing on what we can control, and setting boundaries is one of the best ways to maintain that control. The first step in setting boundaries is knowing your own limits. What are your non-negotiables? Maybe it's about how much time you spend at work, how you expect to be treated in relationships, or even something as simple as not checking emails after a certain hour. Knowing your limits helps you stay aligned with your values and prevents you from taking on more than you can handle. But boundaries aren't just about defining your limits. They're about creating space for yourself to thrive, not just survive. And if you don't set them, people will naturally push them, often without realizing it. Communicating your boundaries clearly is key. Whether in a work situation, a friendship, or a family dynamic, be clear about what you're comfortable with and what you're not. You don't need to justify your boundaries. A simple, respectful no, or this doesn't work for me, is enough. One of the hardest parts of setting boundaries is staying consistent. If you constantly shift your boundaries or say yes to things you don't want to do, it confuses others and erodes your own sense of control. Consistency builds trust, both with yourself and others, and people will learn to respect your limits over time. Lesson 28. Boundaries. Go. Both ways. Boundaries are a two-way street. Just as you want others to respect your limits, it's essential to respect theirs too. Everyone has different comfort zones and capacities, and recognizing that helps build stronger, healthier relationships. Mutual respect is key to balanced and positive interactions. Also, remember that saying no isn't selfish, it's self-care. Sometimes we feel guilty for setting boundaries because we fear disappointing others, but Stoicism reminds us that we can't control how others react. We can only control our actions. If setting a boundary helps you feel more at peace, more focused, or more aligned with your priorities, it's the right decision, even if it disappoints someone in the short term. In the long run, everyone benefits when you're clear about your limits. You'll be less likely to feel overwhelmed or harbor resentment, making you more present and effective in the things you do say yes to. Lesson 29. Cutting out negative energy. Negative energy can come from many sources: people, habits, environments, or even your own thoughts. If you're not careful, it can drain you faster than anything else. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of the things that don't serve us. Cutting out negative energy is about reclaiming your mental space and creating room for positivity, growth, and resilience. Start by taking an honest look at the people around you. Who lifts you up and who drains you? Sometimes we hold on to relationships out of obligation or habit, but if someone consistently brings negativity into your life, it might be time to reevaluate how much access they have to your energy. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out completely, but you can set boundaries or limit contact to protect your well-being. Lesson 30. Boundaries as self-respect. Boundaries aren't walls that shut people out. They are guidelines that help protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. Setting boundaries allows you to give your best self to the people and projects that truly matter. Start by identifying one area of your life where you need clearer boundaries and take action. Whether it's not checking work emails after a certain time or establishing limits in a challenging relationship. Make sure your boundaries reflect your values and priorities, and don't be afraid to enforce them. In the end, setting clear boundaries is one of the best ways to show respect for yourself and others. It helps you maintain control over your life and creates healthier, more balanced relationships. Lesson 31. Cutting out negative energy for growth. Negative energy can drain you from many sources, whether it's relationships, habits, environments, or your own thoughts. The Stoics were all about quality over quantity when it came to relationships. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge you positively, and support your growth. It's better to have fewer, more meaningful relationships than to hold on to connections that bring negativity into your life. Internal negative energy. Beyond external sources, negative energy often comes from within. Pay attention to your self-talk. Are you constantly doubting yourself or expecting the worst? Those negative thoughts are just as draining. Stoicism teaches us to control our inner world. When negativity surfaces, flip the script. Focus on what could go right. Acknowledge your strengths, and be mindful of how you speak to yourself. This shift in mindset helps reduce internal negativity and strengthens your resilience. Environmental energy. Your physical environment can also be a source of negative energy. Does your space make you feel calm and productive, or is it cluttered and chaotic? A messy or disorganized environment can contribute to stress without you even realizing it. Start by decluttering. Organizing your home or workspace can create a sense of calm and boost productivity, making a tangible difference in how you feel every day. Habits that drain energy. Sometimes negative energy hides in your habits, whether it's mindlessly scrolling through social media, procrastinating, or neglecting your health. These activities might seem harmless, but can chip away at your well-being. Take inventory of your daily habits. Which ones add value, and which ones drain your energy? Replace time-wasting routines with healthier, more intentional actions. Instead, it's about being intentional with your energy. By clearing away what no longer serves you, whether it's toxic relationships, bad habits, or negative thoughts, you create space for positivity, growth, and a sense of peace. This shift in focus empowers you to live more intentionally and pursue what truly matters. The power of control. Stoicism teaches that the quality of your life is directly tied to your ability to manage what's within your control. Negative energy might not always be something you can avoid, but how you deal with it is entirely up to you. By consciously cutting out what drains you, you free up energy for what brings value to your life. Reflection and action. Take a moment to reflect. What's the biggest source of negative energy in your life right now? Whether it's a toxic relationship, clutter, bad habits, or internal negativity, consider what small steps you can take to start cutting it out. Remember, small steps lead to big changes. By removing negativity, you make room for a more focused and fulfilling life. Final thoughts. Shaping your life with intention. Your life is shaped by what you allow and what you cut out. Every decision you make to prioritize yourself, set boundaries, and protect your energy brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Stoicism teaches that your true strength lies in your power to control how you respond to life. By actively managing the negativity in your life, you open the door to growth, positivity, and peace.